Hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are back with another UFC Fight Night. After a nice long break, we return to the Apex. Which, you know what? I'm fine with. Because while we were gone from the Apex, we went quite a bit without any knockouts. We went with quite a bit of mid-fights. All 302 was not that good. And yeah, last card we didn't get a single finish until the main card, and then the main card was aight, but that stoppage between Cannonier and Imavov, horrible, awful. That's one of the worst stoppages I've seen. The only stoppage I can think of that's worse in terms of being early within recent memory is good old Ankalaev versus Kutalaba, the first fight, where Kutalaba was very clearly fired, like literally mid-punch as they called the fight, which is hilarious to me. But yes, we're back into the Apex, and let's hope that like the bad juju that's been going around is gone, and this is a good fight card. Because to be honest with you, it's actually not bad. It's not bad at all, to be honest with you. But then again, I said that I think about the last card too, but oh well. I'm trying to be optimistic. But let's get into the first fight. Melisia Costa versus Shailun Nurembekov. I've tried. Part of me is screaming, go with the dog. Part of me is saying, go with the dog. But part of me is also thinking, Melisia Costa is not bad. He just hasn't put it together yet. He's a pretty solid striker, but solid striking is not good enough, because that's really all he has. His grappling upside is decent. It's decent, but the thing is, low takedown accuracy. I only really care much for striking. Nurembekov does not really throw as much as I'd like him to, but the main thing that really wants me to lean towards him is just his massive amount of experience. 50 fights and being finished 9 times. That's the thing that makes me want to go against him, and I feel that's why he is the underdog. He's still the underdog, right? Yeah, I feel like that's the main reason why he's the underdog. So like I said, he's been finished too much. But Melisia Costa, like I said, he hasn't put it together. He's been doing better at featherweight against Austin Lingo, and then his last fight was against Steve Garcia. At lightweight, I was not a fan of him. But then again, he went up against a pretty okay fighter. So, in Thiago Moises. I'm going to go Costa decision, but haphazardly so. Haphazardly. Josephine Knudsen versus Julia Polistrai. I don't like this fight at all. I'm not a fan of either fighter. Knudsen is very good in terms of her Muay Thai. She has very solid Muay Thai striking ability, but she has one finish to her name. Polistrai has a little bit more finishes, but then again, she's on a crappy regional scene and LFA. Like Iron Man MMA, nah. And she didn't even get into the Contender Series way back when. She failed to get in the Contender Series against Jasavicius. Now she's back. She's in the Contender Series. Yeah, she's on a nice little finish streak, but I still just don't think she's super high level. I think Knudsen will pick her apart, to be honest with you, with the Muay Thai ability. Julia, I feel, is just not going to grapple. That's the main thing she needs to do, but I just really feel she's just not going to grapple. And it's going to be the reason why Knudsen's going to take it. So yeah, give me Knudsen, but give me by decision. No way am I taking by finish. Not today. Not today. But you know what I will be taking by finish? Jekka Sedegi versus Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson has not put it together, kind of like Melisia Costa, but it's too late. It's too late. There's nothing you can put together. Weston Wilson has been bodied in his last 2 fights, and now he's going up against a Jekka Sedegi who has almost double-digit KOs, has a ton of submissions. Literally, homie's been the decision once. Weston Wilson, yeah. Weston Wilson's been the distance twice. And the thing is, he's been the distance twice out of all those fights. Yeah, a lot of those have been knockouts or submissions. He's been finished. He's been finished quite a bit. And I see Jekka Sedegi, a guy who hits super hard, finishing Weston Wilson. He's a very basic karate style fighter. He fights very similar to Wonder Boy. I believe he trains with Wonder Boy, does he not? I don't know. I don't see that on there. But whatever the case is, his fighting style is very similar, but he can't put it together like Wonder Boy. Jekka Sedegi, on the other hand, he will hit you hard, and if it gets, he's more so a club and sub kind of guy. But if he clubs, he will sub. And Weston Wilson's been submitted 4 times. He's been knocked out 4 or 3 times. I can see that happening again, to be honest with you. So, give me Jekka Sedegi by TKO. Carly Judice versus Gabriel Fernandez. This is a weird fight. Judice needs takedowns. She has really good grappling. She's been through some tough battles. Gabriela Fernandez, though, on the other hand, is very one-dimensional. Very one-dimensional. I just don't like the kind of freshness or newness of Judice. She's only been 4 fights in, but from what we've seen from her 4 fights, she should win. She's on a 1-fight losing streak, though, which is weird. So it's weird to see her being such a favorite. I believe she's a huge favorite, is she not? Where is she? Where is she? She's the underdog. Never mind. I got my odds taken up. Wow, it's even weirder now. I don't like Fernandez as a favorite. I thought Judice was the favorite. Okay, even more so. Yeah, I don't like this fight. Don't bet it. Don't bet it. I'm going to be going with Judice. And it makes sense. Women's MMA, you kind of have to go dog or pass nowadays. Like, those 2 women's MMA fights in the last card where I was like, no, this will definitely be a finish, was not. And one of them, the goddamn underdog, basically got highway robbery due to judges. That's the main reason which factors into these fights, because a lot of these fights go to distance. Simple as that. Women's MMA fights, a lot of them go distance. The few times I'm like, yep, that's not going to distance, it somehow does. And I don't trust MMA judges. So I don't know. I don't like this fight. Give me Judice to get it by decision, I guess. Hey, another fight that should end inside the distance. Josh Quinlan versus Adam Fugit. I think Fugit is poopy. I'm sorry. Fugit sticks his head out. I complained about this his last fight, and it came to pass. He sticks his damn head out, just basically asking you to hook him. He's like, please punch me in the face. I would like to eat 1 crispy right hook, sir. 1 crispy left hook. Mike Mallet was able to club and sub him. Josh Quinlan could do something very similar, but I think he's just going to be doing the club. I think he's just doing the club. I know he's on a little bit of a losing streak, but Adam Fugit is the proper level of opposition for Quinlan to make a bounce back. And Fugit's so, he's so weird. Like, his posture's just horrible. I don't really have any good upsides to Adam Fugit. I don't think he's garbage, but I don't have really any good upsides. Like, he's got some okay striking, but again, offense is good, defense is abysmal. So I don't know. Give me Quinlan by TKO. Jimmy Flick versus Nate Manez. Or Maines. Maness? Nate Maness. I've heard it multiple ways. I don't know. Nate Maness, I believe it is. Nate Maness should beat the crap out of Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick is the quintessential Apex fighter. I'm pretty sure I've talked about him a few times, honestly. Yes. No. Yes, this is my 4th time now talking about Jimmy Flick. And guess what? He's just basic. No knockout power. Only wins by submission or decision. Yeah, he's got some really good submission wins, but like against Malcolm Gordon, that's it. Beyond that, he's been knocked out twice in a row. He's got some submissions against some really low-level fighters like Cody Durden, Nate Smith, Greg Fisher. Like, these are pretty poopy guys. Greg Fisher being an LFA. And Nate Maness is just decent. He's pretty solid. He's lost to only OVs. He's only lost to OVs. Otherwise, like, he's got some power. He can crack. I like Nate Maness. I think Nate Maness will take it. I don't know about Jimmy Flick getting finished, though. I don't know about him getting finished. I mean, I don't know about, like, how he'll get finished, if that makes sense. Give me Nate Maness TKO. Flick's been knocked out plenty of times. Give me TKO. All right, and now a very solid fight. A fight I know a lot of people are hyped for. I think I'm hyped for it. God damn, man. God damn, take a better picture of the man. Tagir Ulanbekov versus Joshua Van. Yes. A lot of people are hype on Joshua Van, even though he was the underdog when I looked yesterday. He's still the underdog. He's even more of an underdog. Yeah, a lot of people like Joshua Van. Joshua Van, he's got some very good striking. He rips to the body. He fights like a dog. Absolute dog. But Tagir Ulanbekov, solid grappling, solid jiu-jitsu. He's not one of those guys who's really going to land prey on you. He's going to submit you. He is going to definitely try and submit you. Joshua Van, we have not seen his grappling tested. Not many people have attempted grappling on him. Tagir Ulanbekov is going to be grappling all day long. Joshua Van, though, if he can keep it standing, and if he were able to dig low, because that's the thing, if he keeps his base low and starts digging low with body strikes and such like that, he can maybe knock out Tagir Ulanbekov. I think this will be a very solid fight. I can see why people are hyped for it. I'm going to go with the dog. I might be eating my words. This might blow up in my face, but I'm gonna go with the dog. I'm gonna ride the hype chain and give me Joshua Van, but give me Joshua Van by decision. And now onto the main card. Bradley, I can't even say his first name. Brady Hiestand. God, that was so hard. What is wrong with me? Versus Garrett Armfield. Garrett Armfield, easy. Garrett Armfield should take this pretty easily. I think that's close to a damn lock. Grappling, absolutely. Just like that's all Brady Hiestand. Why do I keep wanting to say Brady? Bradley. Why do I keep wanting to say Bradley? BH. That's all I can say. I'm just not all there, I guess. Armfield, I think, is just this more better fighter everywhere. Everywhere you look at Brady Hiestand, just Garrett Armfield just works better. Better striking, in my opinion. Better grappling, in my opinion. And just way more volume. I think he'll put on a pace on Brady, and I think he'll take it by decision, and I'm pretty confident in that. Asu Alambayev versus Jose Johnson. How can I say Asu Alambayev, but I can't say Brady Hiestand? What is wrong with me? Whatever the case is, Asu Alambayev versus Jose Johnson. Oof, Jesus Christ. Jesus. A 6-foot flyweight. Jose Johnson, why are you moving down to flyweight? I don't know if he's ever fought at flyweight before. I only watched his last 3 fights. They're featherweight, man. What is wrong with Jose Johnson? How is this? Whatever the case is, Jose Johnson's problem is he has such a massive reach advantage that he never uses. He always goes in close. He really likes to try to go for submissions or grappling, or he likes to try for like clinch up. Asu Almabayev, he loves that. He loves that. I'm still shocked that Almabayev's last fight against CJ Vergara was a decision. Very disappointed in that, but otherwise, he should be able to take Jose Johnson, and Jose won't be able to utilize his long reach. He won't be able to utilize his limbs because he's going to nullify it. I feel he's probably going to try shooting a takedown on Asu Almabayev. Almabayev is going to take him down to the ground and pound, or submit him. Give me Asu Almabayev by submission, though. Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Miles Johns. God, look at that little pit bull. Miles Johns, another guy I've talked about on the channel quite a bit. He hits freaking hard. He's a workhorse, and I was very, very impressed by his beatdown of Cody Gibson, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty solid. Douglas Silva de Andrade, he's good. But I don't know, man. Andrade, he's a tank, but I've been seeing him getting withered more and more in his fights, while Johns has a power. He has good power. He has good grappling. He just doesn't get the finish as much as I'd like. I don't understand why. I mean, I get why, but like how does he go with so many decisions when he just cracks? Absolutely cracks people. So I don't know. I'm gonna definitely be leaning towards Johns, but I'm gonna have to go another decision. But I wouldn't be surprised if finally Silva's chin gets cracked. Maybe. Timmy Kwamba versus Lucas Almeida. Kwamba is very good Muay Thai. Very slick. He's got really weak wrestling though. Really weak wrestling. But Lucas Almeida is not... He's not a good grappler. He's actually pretty bad in terms of his grappling. He's got some power to him. But his issue is he doesn't move his head. He does not move his head. And I feel that's going to be too much of a problem for the slick striking of Timmy Kwamba. So give me Kwamba by decision. Ikram Aliskerov versus Antonio Troli. How was this fight sanctioned? What is Aliskerov? Minus 900. Hey, called it. He's minus 900. Yeah, Ikram by TKO. Ikram by almost however you want. Ikram is just way better than Antonio Troli. Like, it's a short-nosed replacement. We were supposed to have a better fight for Ikram, but we nobody wants to fight this man. Antonio is a guy who got booted out of LFA, went to Jungle Fight, couldn't get in the goddamn Contender Series, couldn't get in from the Contender Series, and now he's in the UFC. Simple as that. Contender Series reject was gifted a contract. Ikram Aliskerov, on the other hand, only, you see that one loss? The one loss was Hamzat Chimaev before they were in the UFC. Otherwise, you throw a can to Ikram Aliskerov, because to be fair, he's really... I don't want to say Phil Hawes is a can, but Phil Hawes had the chin of a can, and Warley Alves is a can, and guess what Ikram did to both of them? He knocked them out sub 3 minutes. I think he'll knock out Antonio Troli in sub 3 minutes. And on to the main event of the evening. Alex Perez will be taking on Tatsuro Taira. This is going to be a flyweight fight. Alex Perez is going to be 32 years of age, 25 wins, 8 losses, 6 knockouts, 7 submissions, 5'6" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 65.5 inch reach disadvantage. Damn, wow, whoa, I wrote that down and I am right. There's no issue with the spreadsheet this time. That's legit. Oh my god, I did not know Taira had that much advantage on him. A 2.0 takedown average, a 54.41 significant strike accuracy, plus 150 underdog. He has significant wins over Matush Nicolau versus Jordan Espinoza. Tatsuro Taira is 15-0, not a damn loss. 4 KOs, 7 submissions, 5'7" in terms of height, orthodox stance, a 70-inch reach advantage. Boy's a flyweight and only almost has my reach. A 2.12 takedown average, a 74.17% significant strike accuracy, minus 180 favorite. Significant wins over Carlos Hernandez, Edgar Chairez, Jesus Aguilar, and CJ Vergara. Despite Alex Perez being in the goddamn UFC since when? What? How long has Alex Perez been in the damn UFC? (2017). He's been in the UFC since 2017, and he has 2 wins that I think are really good, actually. Like, I don't know how he even got ranked, to be honest with you. I really don't. His wins are not good. Jussier Formiga, Jordan Espinoza, Mark De La Rosa, not good wins to get ranked. I think he was ranked off his loss to Benavidez, to be honest with you. Picked up 3 against, yes, very good fighters. 2 former champions, and Muhammad Mokaev, I think, who has potential to be a champion. But Matush Nicolau is a good knockout. But again, that's the thing. Like, where was Alex Perez? Why is he fighting 3 times this year? Like, what the hell happened? I guess all the money ran out from his super inactivity of taking 2-year layoffs between fights. So now he needs to fight and he needs the money. Or Yasada's gone. And he might feel a little bit more motivated. Well. Regardless, Alex Perez has never been a guy who's impressed me. He's been looking decent in his last 2 fights, which is just ridiculous to me. So there could be some magical, crazy world where Alex Perez like finishes Tatsuro Taira. But I do think, even though Taira has not been in the UFC that long, all of his wins, I feel, have been good. I feel all his wins have been very good. His weakest win is his UFC debut against Carlos Cardenero. Otherwise, like, I think he's good. The only time, like, he's gone the distance that like I was like kind of shocked was the Chairez fight. But Chairez is a decent fighter. He ends up being a pretty decent fighter. Taira is finishing these people. His grappling game is very solid. He's really worked on his ground and pound. That's why his significant strike accuracy is so high. I like, oh, that's not right. UFC Louisville. Never changed that, did I? That's annoying. But yes, Tatsuro Taira, I think, is the real deal. I feel like a lot of people are getting that same gut feeling that, man, maybe Perez, maybe something's up with him. Maybe he is like revitalized. This is a new, different Perez. This is the most he's ever fought in a calendar year, I think. Like 3 times in a year, picking up short notice fights. This is Alex Perez, who had like 18 canceled fights. He had like legitimately 11 canceled fights, I believe. And now he's like, all right, I'm stepping up against dangerous prospects, short notice. I don't care. It's so weird to me. But yes, Alex Perez, he's got good grappling and he can hit hard. He hits pretty decently hard against Matush, Nicolau, and even Mokaev, who was kind of rocking them. But that's really it. His grappling's okay. Compared to Tatsuro Taira should be a minus 300, but there's something in the back of everybody's mind that's worrying us about Alex Perez, and that's the real reason. But otherwise, Tatsuro Taira, if he gets it to the ground, it's a wrap. Perez is shown, though, to be resilient in terms of getting it to the ground. He did decently against Muhammad Mokaev, who was primarily only grappling him, but Muhammad Mokaev was also sick as hell. But Taira, he may struggle to get Perez to the ground, but if he does, it's a wrap. I think he'll beat the crap out of Alex Perez. I think it'll kind of be like the fight against Pantoja, to be perfectly honest with you. And Perez is still susceptible to just walking him down. If Tatsuro Taira just starts walking him down, I feel like he could take out Perez, honestly. But yeah, give me Tatsuro Taira to get done by submission. I'm going to place faith in Tatsuro Taira. I still don't think Perez is that good. I think his only reason that he made it the distance against Mokaev was because he was sick. But otherwise, Perez is a guy who always gets finished. He's always getting finished. He only has 2 decision losses. And he's not a guy who's a prolific finisher either. So yeah, I like Taira in the spot. I like him a lot. I just hope it's not just a hype train derailment. I'm sick and tired of hype train derailments. I don't know why people like those. But yes, once again, this has been your boy Gomi, covering over UFC Vegas 93, not UFC Louisville, as I probably said the whole video. But yes, please sure to let me know what you think in the comment sections below. And bye-bye.